Hi, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Robin Thornton here. I'm a chartered financial planner and a partner with Holborn Assets here in Europe. Today, what I'd like to do is run through some of the recent announcements, a bit of a summary, really, of what's happening in Italy. So, for those of you who follow the channel, you probably know that we do golden visas to Italy. We help people relocate to Italy. And it seems to be a real kind of positive part of Europe at the moment. So without further ado, let's dig in and we'll look at some of those tax incentives for 2025. This is correct at the time of writing. Okay, so a little bit of background first of all, and I think this is quite good to put it into context so you can see why countries are, how should we say, fighting. But there is definitely competition between countries for wealth, obviously, talent in terms of whether it's academia or whether it's business, and just general economic activity. Italy's got a particular problem, or not a problem, but it's got an issue, I guess, like a lot of countries around Europe. It's got low value net migration, and that is because of people moving from the old Eastern European countries into Italy. You've seen all the things on the news about that as well. Obviously, the Ukraine crisis has not helped either. So they've had a lot of net migration, about 250,000 a year, which is not a huge amount, but it's into the country. It's generally low value economic activity. They've got a loss of population in the south. So people tend to be moving to where the economic activity is. And that is generally more in the middle to the north of the country. And they've got a slowing GDP as well. So last year it was only 0.7 of 1%. Now put that into context with probably the best performer in the Eurozone, and that was Spain, and that was 3.2%. So it was over 4 times the growth that Italy had. And Italy's GDP has been pretty lackluster for 4 or 5 years, and it's been slowly declining as well. And of course, within the European Union, one of the key cornerstones of the European Union is freedom of people. So it's movement of people and capital. So people can pretty easily move across borders in Europe and live a new life in a different country. So there are 4 main tax incentives available. And I'll run through these in a bit more detail. The flat tax regime, what's called the Impatriate Regime, the Southern Italy regime, and of course then something to target the pensioners as well, or people who are in retirement.
So the new resident scheme is aimed at really high earners or high net worth individuals who've got a real steady stream of income coming in. So it's not for everybody. But basically there's a flat tax rate of 200,000 euros per year. So to put that in perspective, you probably have to be earning in the UK, say 400,000 a year, 380, 400,000 a year. So it is for high earners. But basically it's a flat rate of tax. You don't have to worry about anything else at all. You can extend it for family members. The one really kind of interesting thing about this is that it's a huge duration, 15 years tax break. Now, of course, the Italian government, they're bringing in high taxpayers at 200,000 a year for 15 years, so it makes a lot of economic sense for them as well.
So what about the Impatriate Regime? That's really probably poorly pronounced, but basically it's aimed at everybody else. So people moving to Italy, self-employed professionals, employees, etc. As long as you're moving to Italy and becoming a tax resident, you can get up to 70% exemption on your income generated in Italy. And there's a similar exemption for overseas income that you're generating and bringing into Italy. And that rises up to 90% in some of the southern regions. And again, I'll touch on that in a second. It's 5 years duration, so it's a little bit shorter, but there is an opportunity to extend that for another 5 years with a slightly reduced benefit. Okay. The caveat to this is you can't obviously have been an Italian resident, leave the country and go back. You've got to have left for at least 2 complete tax years. Okay, a little bit about the Southern Italy regime. So again, they're trying to attract people to live in the south, generate more economic activity. So any of those southern regions, you can apply for and get an exemption of up to 90% on eligible income. And again, going back to the Impatriate Regime. The pensioners regime, again, this is really attractive. This competes very attractively with, for example, Cyprus. Without diverging too much, Cyprus is 5% on pensions. So Italy is going to be 7% on all foreign income up to 9 years. And that's the caveat with that. Again, you need to book an appointment with myself or a similar professional, because certain pensions are taxed in the originating country. Okay, so key points on this. Quick wrap up. No wealth or inheritance tax on foreign assets with the flat tax regime. There are double tax treaties in place with most major economies around the world to avoid double tax. You need to become a tax resident. That means living in that country for 183 days, or it being your centre of cultural and economic interest, perhaps if your family lives there, for example. And there are obviously specific eligibility, and there's an application criteria as well. Okay, really quick summary. Not meant as personalized tax advice. It is general tax advice. But please get in touch with myself. I offer a free 30-minute consultation specifically to talk around tax implications, investment, pensions, all those kind of practical things. I'm an expatriate myself. I now live in Spain. I've lived in the Middle East, so I've been there, seen there, and done it. So different ways to get in touch with me. The QR code that's on screen now, just get your camera out and take a photograph of that. That'll take you straight to my diary. That is my phone number. So I'm in Spain, 699-298-292. I'm on WhatsApp as well, so some people prefer just to ping me a message. Happy to do that. My email address is robin@robinthornton.com. Okay, I am a partner with Holborn Assets as well. And I'm obviously available on social media. So if you go to my YouTube channel, lots of information on there. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, you can pick me up on all of those and send me a message. Okay, hope that was useful. If it was, please leave me a comment, subscribe, or a like. It really does help in this modern world.